Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Love and Hip Hop Hollywood review. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. They weren't really giving. Okay? Like, I feel like this review is not even going to be that long, all right? I have some opinions. We're gonna talk about some things, okay? And that'll be that, all right? Because it just was like, All American was more entertaining tonight than Love and Hip Hop was. And I'm just disappointed. Just saying. I'm just disappointed and annoyed. I'm starting to feel like I don't like the cast. Like, I really don't like any of these people. So, okay. Paris and Brittany are on the bus arguing, going back and forth. And of course, Zell is a part of it as well because he has to come to Paris's aid as if she cannot defend herself, okay? Apple can't take too much of this, okay? I can't take too much of this, all right? Because then I want to fight, all right? So Apple is feeling some type of way. She wants to get off. I need to get off of the bus because they doing too much. I need to get off of the bus. So she needs to get off the bus. So we stop the bus, okay? Apple goes and sits in a car for now while we try to understand what is happening on the bus. Zell says that he was trying to be nice. Okay, hold up. That's not... hold up. I was trying to be nice. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I won't do it to myself. I won't put those facial features in my throat. I won't do that, okay? Zell says that Brittany needed to get her boobs and her face done instead of her butt done. And I just kind of feel like, so, you and your little round friend over there, and there's nothing wrong with being round. Okay, but if we're going to say that there is something wrong with the way that Brittany B looks, I would like for the two of you to look in the mirror. I just really would really enjoy you guys looking in the mirror. And Paris, yes, you're a tad bit cute, but the way you carry yourself, sis, the way you carry yourself is very unattractive. Your negativity, very unattractive. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, y'all are the ugliest people in the room, yet y'all want to rib somebody. And I just don't understand. Y'all are two characters from the monsters, okay? Who's the hippopotamus and the gator. Y'all are scary looking, and you have, especially together, screaming at people, and you have the audacity to call other people wild animals. Amazing, amazing. I don't understand, okay? I don't understand that at all, okay? So that was... They get Brittany B to get up off the bus because the producers had to get involved at this point. The producers are like, y'all are not going to stop. Somebody is going to have to get off this bus so we can continue this drive. We have got to get to this house. We are losing light. All right. So Brittany gets off because Booby is trying to talk to her. Booby is in his custom uniform, okay, of hat and shirt vest situation. Like, oh my God. And I don't like the way he said that he was on Paris's side, but he wanted to talk to Brittany to try to get her to stop. And then when he was talking to her, he like blames her for it. Like, you the one that said something back. And it's like, Booby, see, this is why you don't need to be involved. This is why you don't need to be involved, okay? Because as far as I was concerned, Zell started it, okay? Zell started it because you had to bring attention to the elephant in the room or the zebra in the room or whatever you want to say. That was you who introduced that into the room first, okay? And y'all always feel like somebody owes y'all an apology just so y'all can continue to not like them and talk about them bad. I'm not apologizing to you people. So when Brittany said that, I totally felt that. I felt that, okay? The producers came in and asked Zell to get off the bus because Brittany went and got back on the bus, and he's talking to one of the producers. And so Brittany gets up and goes and sits next to Paris and says, now that he's gone, I'm just going to say, let's talk like women. We're two women. I'm going to say that I'm sorry if you feel like I made you, I was trying to hurt you or make you feel some type of way, because I don't have a problem with you. And if I have an event, I will invite you to, said event. And... And that was that. And she tried to get up and walk away. But Paris was bothered by, why are you trying to play with my friend? Why are you calling my friend a clown? Why couldn't you apologize when he asked you to? And so she throws her drink. I mean, splash, like splash, like it was all over the place, like splash. And some of it even got on Apple. So now Apple's upset. Okay, Apple's upset now. Y'all didn't got stuff on my phone and you know what I'm saying? Like Apple's feeling some type of way now. So now she's a part of it and nobody wants to fight with Apple. That is the feeling I have in my spirit. And Brittany, you said you were so big and bad, but there wasn't even a quick reach when she grabbed your hair or threw that drink in your face. And I know when somebody throws a drink at you first, it distracts you. So like you're like, reacting to being wet now and somebody just grabs your weave. And that's so messed up because I felt like you waited for her to like kind of get up and start to walk away, which I feel like is flawed. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is Love and Hip Hop. It's all fair. It's all fair, okay? Brittany, she caught you slipping. You should have been on guard, okay? Like you want to sit up here and act like you're hood, but then act like you're too good to really be hood. I'm going to need for you to keep your eyes on, the round one over there. Keep your eye on her. Paris says that Brittany really needs to like humble herself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, girl, I guess humble herself to who? To you for what? Like, girl, whatever. My problem with Brittany is you did have a problem with Paris because you were taking on K. Michelle's beef, which was unnecessary and kind of thirsty for camera time in a way. So, Brittany, like, don't sit up here and act like you didn't have a problem with her and it was misconstrued or something like that. So that was some fake phony shit. So don't sit up here and be mad at Lyrica for being fake and phony when that's how you trying to handle Paris. Like, it's this, oh, I think I'm better than you, so I'm going to handle you like you're stupid. So that's really why Paris decided to splash your ass. And I'm not even really mad about it. I thought I would be, but I'm not. I'm not really mad about it. But I still don't like Paris and Zell. I feel like they're annoying. I feel like their energy is negative. I feel like they're like two kids who can't stop. And that's annoying to me because I'm like, grown and shit. So watching people do stuff like that works on my nerves. Like, I'm just like, I don't have time for this. This is foolishness, okay? And that's how I felt about it. So they get in a separate car and they get on their way and then everybody else drives up to the house. And when they get there, Lyrica is already there in her pajamas and she's looking for Zell and Paris and they're not there and there was an altercation and so she decides to get on the phone and FaceTime with Zell and Brittany B got upset about that. Apple had already gotten in the car. She was already ready to go. Okay, like it wasn't gonna happen. We wasn't about to all stay in this house together. So when Lyrica tries to call Brittany B to the phone, we gotta talk about this, girl. Come here. She was like, no, okay, because your friends are messy and you messy for calling them. And I kind of felt like, well, what's happening here? I kind of felt like she was coming at Lyrica's neck, but I also feel like Lyrica is fake. Don't mean you no good. Act like y'all cool and talk about your bad behind your back as soon as you walk away. So I don't feel like I don't really, care that she wasn't receptive to whatever Lyrica was trying to do in that moment. I don't care. And then they got into it. So they're going back and forth and, no fight really is about to happen. All security was in there and it's Lyrica and Brittany B. Apparently nobody's about to fight, okay? So Brittany B and Apple Watts, go and get a hotel room. She says she has more money than all of them combined and all of this and that. And I'm like, that could very well be. But if that was the case, you shouldn't have put yourself in this position on this show if you had so much money. So there's that. Bro, I was dying laughing. Who was Apple on the phone with? Y'all, who was Apple on the phone with when they got off the bus and Apple was like, I'ma be ready for catching all fades everywhere. As soon as we touch down, do you feel me? It was like, whoa, damn. Man, that's somebody like I'll show up to the fight and try to figure out a way to get out of it. I'm here though, bitch. Ooh, Lord, I don't know if I want to mess up my face for nothing. I'm just saying, like, self-preservation is key. So they all talk about Brittany and what happened and, how they can't stand her. And then Paris says that Apple got splashed, so now she, got a problem and all of that, and she need to calm down. And I'm like, first of all, in all honesty, Paris, it was kind of unnecessary. Like, I understood, but it was unnecessary. Like, to me, it wasn't that serious for you to throw a drink. Like, it wasn't. And then for the drink to get on somebody else, and for you to tell them, like, that they don't have the right to be upset about that, like, I'm really going to need for you to get your viewpoints together, okay? Because you always seem rather hypocritical. I'm just saying. Lyrica sitting up there crying about A1 steak sauce to Booby and Mickey Monday, Zell, and Paris. And I watch as a self-proclaimed hoe. All right. Zell, whether he's proclaimed it or not, he has gotten a round. Okay, and it is known. Okay, so yeah, hoe. Okay, then we got Booby the cheater, which is another translation of a hoe, and then we got Paris. Sis seems lonely. So when I look at these situations, I feel like Lyrica should not be taking advice from any of these people. Especially Booby, who tells her she needs to stick it out until she can't no more because everybody has seen how great their relationship is. Even though the next morning she wakes up and is crying on Zell's shoulder because A1 is at a pool party living his best life. Okay? So he act like he don't care. He's telling y'all that he do care, but he ain't telling his wife that he care. He acting like he don't care. Like, he don't care. Like, I don't know how many times I can say that. He don't care, okay? So for Booby, Ray J, and anybody else to be convincing Lyrica that she needs to stay with him and deal with it, I'm over it. I'm over it, okay? Over that mind frame of a woman having to accept this type of treatment, especially when men will drop you like a bad habit if the shoe is on the other foot. So no, I also feel like collectively the only way men are going to start to like hold themselves accountable is when women hold themselves accountable and say that I'm not going to take this. We're not going to take it. If more of us don't take it, then they can't keep doing it, can they? And then Zell sages her vag, says, let's get all those demons out of there. And, everybody, I would have been offended. Like, I'm just saying, you're not about to refer to my essence, okay, to my special place as a place where demons reside, like, or anything negative. Like, no, you're not. Like, I just don't like that. I don't like that at all. So they thought it was funny, and I thought, tacky. But we saw Lyrica make some eggs, and when she was making them, I was like, they don't look cooked, and she's eating them. And then Paris said that, the eggs were trash. And I was like, well, saw that one coming. Apple introduces Brittany B to her family at her family's pool party. And her mom is there. Her oldest son is there. Her sisters are there. She has some, aunts there, uncles there, people who are family members and who are also kind of hood, okay? So, she's in the middle doing her thing. Y'all know how I am, you know what I'm saying? She out there doing her thing, living her life. It's cool, okay? But the scene in the whole situation was supposed to be the triplets and the grandmother coming out there and there being some type of reconciliation or conversation, as it pertains to that, but they decided not to show up. And she feels like it's because they don't care. And I feel like maybe they just didn't want to be on camera. That could also be a part of it, but I get it. You still feeling some type of way, especially when it's like, man, this is the least you can do after, abandoning us and all, taking better care of our siblings than you did of us because too much had happened to us and we were too difficult to hold on to. And I feel like I understand that, but I also feel like when kids are like that, they need more love. They need more love. They need more patience. They need more time. Like, Apple and them weren't like that for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like to abandon them all over again, I just feel like that's messed up. Even though I understand it being difficult on the grandmother to raise 5 children. So yeah, I see both sides of that. However, the day still went on and, Brittany meets the family and they talk about how much Apple has changed and gotten better as a person. And she says she's really trying to change for her son. And then they have this conversation off to the side, just the two of them. And he's a basketball player. He's doing good in school. He's staying with Dominique, her sister, in a better area. So Apple really just wants the best for her son. She really is in this place where she's trying to get right. And she says to him that I know people out here talking about your mom in these streets, but you love your mom and your mom love you. Like basically saying I love you for loving me regardless of that. But I want people to recognize what her lifestyle does to his life and how it affects him. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has to apologize for what her lifestyle is and how that affects him. And I feel like people act like it's of no consequence. Like you out here acting like you a person without any responsibilities in such a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You got to do what you got to do. But you got like a 15, 14-year-old son. And you still out here stripping and you know, shaking your ass on Instagram and stuff. And I know that that's how you make your money. And I ain't never going to knock nobody hustle. You got to do what you got to do, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I still rock with Apple. But at the end of the day, you have to recognize that at some point, these things will negatively affect your kids, especially when they boys. So even though I see the love there, I also see the regret there as well. And she was crying. And y'all know how she be trying to be hard and everything. So to see her in tears talking to him, it said a lot. But she, you know, tells him she just wants him to be better than her and his father, and that they both love him. So it ain't like the daddy don't, you know, love him and don't know who he is. Daddy love him. Daddy just in jail. But she tells him, you don't have nothing to prove to these niggas out on these streets. You ain't got nothing to prove to them. And to me, that was some real stuff to say. That like hit home for me to say that, because that's exactly what it feels like. Like you gotta prove that, you know, they can't mess over you. But at the end of the day, sometimes not fighting a certain battle will win a war. Meaning, I'm not about to go head to head with no fools to prove a point to somebody that's only out here to kill me or to hurt me, to prove a point that they hard. Instead, like, I might bypass that situation and get myself out of this environment so I can do better for myself. And by not having to prove something to somebody, I possibly saved my life, okay? So I just had an appreciation for the realness of that conversation and where Apple is as a person. And I really want Apple to have everything that she wants in her life, because I really feel like she's a really awesome person, and I feel like she has such a dynamic personality and she's genuine, and I think that's hard to come by in this industry and on reality TV, and especially on Love and Hip Hop. Like, but I think Apple is what you see is what you get, and I appreciate that from all angles. I think she's the closest thing that we get to a Jocelyn, but somebody with, you know, actual real rapping talent. She also tells him to tell his homeboys to stop following her on Instagram. See? I'm comfortable. Okay, anyway. So, y'all, J-Boog and Marcus Houston meet up. All right? He got the immature t-shirt on. He committed. Okay? He's committed to this. He wants the immature tour to happen. Okay? And he brings Kelton down so that Kelton and Marcus can have a conversation and come to Jesus about this money. And Marcus says, look, I want this to happen so much. I had such a good time when we performed in 2013 that I'm willing to come down on the percentage. But I need for you to understand that I'm doing a whole nother set by myself. And that is why I deserve to get paid slightly more. But I understand what you're saying about how that seems. We're used to being paid equally as immature. And that's whose tour this is. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand why Kelton felt the way he felt, and I felt like he should have felt how he felt because it got him more money. Okay? So, I was definitely here for how this turned out. So then J-Boog slides something else in there. Even though he and Ray J have had his issues, he wants to bring Ray J onto the tour as well, because he noticed the way people reacted when Ray J was brought out on stage in California. So he presents that to Marcus and Kelton. And Marcus says there needs to be a conversation between him and Ray J first, because there's beef there. I said, not beefage. y'all, they got beef. Y'all, you know, you just little cute R&B singer beef. Oh, look at y'all, okay? So J-Boog and Marcus meet up with Ray J, and they tell him about the Immature tour and wanting him to be a part of it, but Marcus feeling like they need to talk about whatever their issues are. And Ray says that he was supposed to be in the original Immature, but he didn't make the cut. So, all right, I lost out on a lot of money, but it's possibly the best thing that ever happened to me. Ray feels like he also stole another TV opportunity from me. And I guess that was to play Roger on Sister Sister. Son, give it up. Okay? That was Marcus Houston's part. He was supposed to be Roger, bro. Let it go. You got all these millions of dollars now, bro. You do so much. You do so well for yourself. I cut it out in the last review because that review was way too long. So I cut it out. But there was a portion that I was like talking about how proud I am of Ray J and how he's coming to his own. And him and Prinky have this beautiful family. And he has all of these, this tech company and selling it for millions of dollars and just being so successful and smart with his business. And even though at the beginning it was all about Brandy, I think right now it's all about Ray J in the way it is about Ray J. Okay. And I think at the end of the day, his life has been great because of Miss Sonia Norwood. Okay. And of course of his father, like the original Raymond Willie. Okay. Like the original Raymond. Yes. It is also, his musical talent and all of these finesse things that he's given his son. So Ray J has really done well for himself. And I like him now. Because, I liked him when we was kids. And then for a minute, he was, such a jerk. Right around that time, he pushed Prinky in the pool and some years before that. Okay? So, yeah, the Tierra Marie stuff. You know what I mean? There's been a whole bunch of things that would make you not like Ray J. Okay? But ever since getting married and having a baby and all of that, he is really, coming to himself as a man and as a person. And I like what he now represents. Okay, so I'm gonna put that out there since I edited out of the first one. So there was also another job that Marcus took from Ray J. Ray J said, I came to Marcus and I told him I had this role for cuts. It was in a bag. The next day, I find out Marcus got the part. I felt robbed. And I'm talking about 2-3 mil. All right, I said, Lord have mercy. Really? That's what Cuts was for? Somebody said Cuts only had one season, son. Are we really sitting up here doing this? Marcus says, I had no idea you were even involved. And then Ray stands up, and then Marcus stands up, and J Boog says, y'all need to sit y'all asses down, okay? And then Ray says, I told him I was gonna get the job, and the next day, I lost it. Marcus says, you wasn't even at the final audition. And Ray says it's because I already had the part. Then he lays out on the sofa like a child. I didn't mention it, but it's in my notes that when Marcus came in with his sunglasses on, Ray J didn't put his sunglasses back on so that they can be on equal footing. Petty is I don't know what, okay? So Ray J says, I'm just playing, bro. We gonna do the tour. I'm gonna stop acting like a child. We grown. It was him doing the most for the cameras. He's, of course, going to do the tour. He loves performing. He likes the roar of the crowd. He likes the money. He's gonna go and do that there. Then he says the tour should be called Ray Mature. And then they look at him and he's like, nah, I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing. I'm like, I know you playing. We ain't going through this again. So Marcus says they'll try it out with the LA show and see what happens. I'm like, we'll see what's going to happen then. Lord have mercy. Marcus Houston always gives me, it's just such weird energy. Okay, I'm just going to say this. Just such weird energy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the hairline. I don't know. I really like J Boog. Like I said, I'm proud of Ray J. I think Ray J is always comic relief on the show now, and sometimes it is much needed. I'm over Brittany B, Zell, and Paris, and I want the best for Apple Watts. And Lyrica works on my nerves. I can just be honest about that. Lyrica is not likable. I don't know why, but is it just me? I like her music, and I'm not trying to play the girl or nothing like that, but she is just not likable. Not for me anyway, maybe for somebody else, but not for me, okay? And neither is her husband, so it is what it is, but we didn't have to see him this episode. So yeah, y'all, that's all. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you watch All American or you caught it on Netflix, please check out the review. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.